Thank you, Billy. Thank you, Billy. Welcome guests from all over the country and the special guests that are on the video that can be seen by everybody. How y'all doing? What's up, Mathis? What's up? Special Forces team. All right. So a lot to cover today. I want to kick off with some recognition. The first thing you got to do is get it submitted, and then it comes issued. So let's look at the issue paid production for this week. See who we're going to recognize up in here. Looks like Jeff Turner is leading the way this week with 16 applications issued for $29,000 in a week. Peace out. A week, baby. Mike and Michelle Alleman, $14,000 in a week, baby. This is a new lady, Nakia Moffitt. Nakia Moffitt, $11,300. One big application. Terry Edwards got 5 issued for $10,700. Jeremy Patton, $9,900. Megan Wood, God, is she consistently in the top 10, which will get you number 1 in the country, by far number 1 in the country. 16 apps issued this week for $9,600. Eric Belair has just been pouring it on week after week lately. He got 14 issued for $8,000. Stephanie Rodriguez, she had a new couple that she got fired up about. She's recruiting machine. But look at here, 13 apps issued for $8,000. What an incredible first full year with the Alliance, and just absolutely killing it. They're out there. There's people out there. Tom Murphy coming in with 4 apps issued with $7,600. Caleb Law, 7,000 issued. Two big apps. And Kyle Cater, woohoo! A man got 3 issued for $6,600. Woohoo! All right, let's look at the annuity sale. Annuity sales, by the way, if y'all hadn't noticed, has been going through the deadgum roof. People just going crazy with them. Here we got 11 different people got one issued this week. I submitted issued, which is crazy talk. Jeremy Patton got one knocked out for $100,000. Caleb Law, $72,000. Lindar Cook, y'all know her, the singer girl. She's also a producer girl and a recruiter girl, a builder girl. Amanda Heimer, way to go, Amanda. Way to go, buddy. 31,000 issued. Terry Edwards, they got one for $24,000 issued. Tom Murphy, $22,000. Courtney Sessom got one issued for $5,000. Andrew Argenio, $200. That's one of them trailing things. Kelly Haney, Mike Swells, and Adam Katz. I got them trailing annuities. Good stuff. All right, guys, I'm fired up about those $10,000 issue paid weeks. That is smoking. Do we got the here's submitted? Mr. Davies done it. Look at what the heck. Davies issued or submitted $19,000 this week. That gum. Does $19,000 this week. Michelle Alleman, $13,000. Megan Wood, $11,000. Megan Yakey and Jonathan Yakey, $10,000. Junior and Jasmine, that name keeps popping up. New agent, new leader alert. Junior and Jasmine. Let me get their last name. I got it on here. Junior and Jasmine Blatz, coming on strong. Marisol Ramirez, new one under Otsoy. Otsoy just keeps finding them. Alex Swan, part of Lampy's brand new team coming on strong, $10,000. Eric Belair, there he is again, 11 apps submitted, $9,000. Jason and Olga, $9,000, 8 apps submitted. Top recruiters, my staff. Shout out to Kyle. Shout out to Clay Mertez. Clay, way to go, buddy. Lucero, Sharp, Chris Hill, Tripp. I don't even know who all was up in there. These boys are just hammering it. Look at here. Both of my bases just lighting them up. 8 in one group, in the red group, and 5 in the blue group. Paul Roberts, and I guarantee you that's Tori. His daughter is just putting them in, 5. Mike Marisi. No, my bad. That is Mike Moffitt under Mike Marisi, coming on strong with 4 in width. Oh, and then Mike right behind him with 4. Say, when you got a guy who recruits 4, another guy recruits 4, back-to-back under the Lampy team, smoking, Mike. Andy Riddle, consistently up the top. He's really been focusing more on building depth and getting some of these people started because he's hired hundreds. Olga and Jason continue to put in width while they drive depth. Up in Orlando, over in Tampa, all over the place. Joe 2 continues to put them in. 3 in width. Mike Hardlip says he's sick and tired of watching everybody else grow. He's put in 3. Joe Dukes, look at Joe go out there in Utah. 3 in width. Brandon Beal just keeps putting them in. 3 in width. And Stephanie Rodriguez, I mentioned her before, top in production, continues to recruit. It's going to be a massive organization. All right, so there we go for the submits for this week. Let's talk about the biggest thing that people, how do I get somebody started? How do I find somebody? Well, there's 2 or 3 things. Let me tell you the biggest thing I want you to understand is finding a person that has the winning spirit. Okay, just finding somebody that's got the mindset. So I've talked about, y'all heard me interview and how quickly I ask questions. And I continue to get some of my leaders that have been with me for years. They're like, I just can't get over how you ask questions so quick. And you just write on the details. Well, I'm looking for a winning spirit. I mentioned before, concise answers, quick answers, simple answers, things they've accomplished, not trying to be vague or beat around the bush or generalities. They just go, boom, yeah. And I don't mind coaching people how to get there, but it's sure nice when you find somebody that's there. And when you've looked and talked to so many people, eventually it's not hard to spot them. Like when you just like, aha, I like this person. They're not trying to hide something. They're not jumping from place to place. So let's talk about a winning spirit. This is from this football coach that a lot of people seem to be enamored with, Vince Lombardi. Won a lot of games with the Green Bay Packers, and this is a quote from him. Winning's not a sometime thing. It's an all the time thing. You don't win once in a while. You do things right once in a while. You do them right all the time. Winning's a habit. Watch this. Winning's a habit. When you meet people that ain't winning, keep this in mind. Losing is a habit for people. And they'll explain to you how it's been unfortunate lately. But if you ain't careful, it's tomorrow also. Have you ever heard history will repeat itself? Unless somebody changes something, history is going to repeat itself. So when I talk to somebody, they've dealt with some failures, we talk about changing the future. If Jeff Bright had something to say to you, Bill Hebert, he wanted to tell you something. He said, when you talk to Andy, do me a favor. If you want to have a successful conversation, Phil, there's a couple things. So when you're interviewing somebody, here's what you got to listen to, okay? Simple successes and future hopeful success. So if you are having a conversation, Dr. Phil, tell me, if you're having a successful, like you walk away from me and you say, man, we had a successful conversation. What would you say is some things that happened?
If we had a successful conversation, some things
that happened. You're a smart guy. Don't you have an engineering background or a database background or something?
I have a master's degree, work at a company called Raytheon.
Yeah, what's the degree in?
Supply chain management.
Okay. All right. Okay. Talk to me.
So if I'm thinking you would ask me what I did in my background. Did I have any...
Today, if I talk to you about your organization, who's your key people, what direction to take, what's some of the things that would have to be a good conversation, a great conversation?
You would ask me who's winning now and who do I expect to be winning in the future? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
So you would ask me.
So if we covered the winners, and if we covered what's going to happen in the future, you'd consider that a good conversation?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Me too. Y'all agree with that? All right, so here's something that a little simple chart. I went over about 2 or 3 times yesterday with people. I don't know if you can see the bottom is low and the top is high. Most people want to have conversations either about the middle, the low, or the past. Dr. Phil said, let's talk about who's winning on my team and what we expect for the future. Jeff Wright would say, please don't talk to Andy about the past. Oh my God. Inevitably, it comes about fairness. Where we are and what we're doing, who's the winners, where are we going to next? Conversation, make sure that we're talking about what's the most important thing, not the least important thing, or we're wasting time. Make sense, Kelly? Kelly, there was a time me and you was having conversations about the past and problem. In the last 90 days, maybe even 60 days, it's about current and future. It changes your mindset and it changes your team mindset. This is what's happening good. This is what we're going to do. This is where we are. This is what we're going to do. You remember that time? No, I don't remember that time. It tears me up talking about that. Well, Andy, we've got to remember our past. Like, what philosophy did you get that? That's Socrates. That's good. We do got to remember our past. Here's what we got to remember. Every time we waste our time whining and crying, we're not striving and moving forward. Make sense? Hello, what do I want? How do I get it? Got them both, Kelly. I found one of my old ones too. What do I want? How do I get it? I carry this with me when I go out to dinner, when I walk on the beach. I'm trying to remember. So trying, Andy, just do. I'm trying. If I was perfecto, it'd be different. I'm trying to remember what I want and how do I get it. This is future, baby. This is where we're going. Got it? It focuses on the future and what's happening. We're actually focused on long-term future with prosperity, inspiration, and eternity. Okay. So when you're interviewing people, what are you looking for? Well, wouldn't it be cool if we sense a winning spirit? What's something, Noel, that they say that makes you think they got a winning spirit when you're interviewing people?
When they're upbeat, they're enthusiastic, they talk about some of the things that they've accomplished and they're excited about that. They're not talking about all the negative stuff.
Like what? Give me something.
Well, let's say that they're the first ones to graduate out of their family for college, or they're D1 swimming, or something that they've accomplished. That they're excited about, whatever it is, and they're not focusing on all the crap that happened in their past job or their past experiences. I don't want to hear about all their crap. I want to hear about what they've done.
Ain't that funny how that continues on? Like today, if I'm talking to you and Mike, I want to ask, who did you help just break as agency manager? Who did you just get started and is doing good under Megan Wood? It's successes that we want to talk. Now, to be clear, I get it. We got problems. We got to deal with problems. That's not what I'm saying. It's like, it don't take but so much time, though, to deal with little stuff, and let's talk about the big stuff and making money. Same as when we're interviewing, right? It's called a winning spirit as opposed to a losing spirit. Because when we get a losing spirit, it repeats itself over and over. It's a habit. It's like whining is a habit. So, how about this? I like people with a chip on their shoulder, and I can tell, didn't go to college, but worked at Cutco, worked in Amway, went to college, trying to prove to the parent none of the family's done anything. They got a chip on their shoulder. Call that attitude. Got an attitude. And some people get mad when people got an attitude. They go, he got an attitude. I don't like him. He got an attitude. I said, what kind of attitude you got? I don't know. Just cocky. They're like, cocky because it's good. You don't have an attitude. I don't understand. I'm looking for somebody with an attitude. Y'all agree with that? Somebody with an attitude. Somebody with something to prove. Okay?
Mike sometimes will say, you need a teaspoon of a-hole in you. I'm looking for a teaspoon of that.
Oh, shoot. Along those, this is another little graphic I've been doing with everybody along that little bit of teeth, little bit of rear end. Everybody thinks they got a little bit of rear end and a little bit of rose petal. Everybody thinks they're a little bit sweet and a little bit sour. Everybody thinks they're strong enough, but not wussy enough. They think they're right in the middle, right? Like Olga thinks, I'm just perfect. I am the right amount of red on the lips, but not too much of red. Have a hair is fluffed enough, but not fluffed too much. I'm mean enough to my people. I'm mean, but I'm not too mean. I'm nice. I'm nice. Everybody thinks, Noel, they fall right in there. You with me?
Yeah.
But me and you, when we're interviewing, we're the judge. And Olga, when you and Jason are out there, you're the judge. We said, I thought we weren't supposed to judge people. I'm not judging them because they're tall. I'm not judging them because they're white. Not judging them because they're fat. I'm judging them based on spirit, heart. Right amount of sweet, right amount of sour. Or as Noel said, we don't need a scoop of rear end. We need a teaspoon of rear end. A scoop might be too much. Scoop of salt might be too much. Scoop of pepper. We need a little bit of pepper. A little bit of salt. Yeah. Throw it from up high. That spreads it out. You don't have too close to the meat. It gets too. You gotta give it the bam like that. Give it a little bit of spread out, right? So what we're looking for is a little bit of a chip on the shoulder. What we're looking for is some attitude. So when we talk to people and you interview people, it's depressing when you talk to people, even when they're already in your group, been with you a year, 6 months. You're like, oh God, bring me that energy. Let's go. All right, so Jeff was trying to tell me, we're talking about what brings on a winning spirit. Well, the first thing may not be just instant winning spirit, but it's a desire for achievement and distinction. The winning spirit develops out of desire for achievement and distinction. How many of y'all want me to call your name and say, hey, number one in production this week? Desire for distinction and appreciation. Stephanie Rodriguez, number one with Foresters in the United States of America. Not just the Alliance, but all companies. $4,000. Here's your picture. I think sometimes we'd rather have our picture than the $4,000. Bob says, no, just give me the $4,000. Don't give you the picture. We'll see what happens. Matter of fact, we could have just did the picture and not gave away the $4,000, but it's Foresters money, so we'll take it. He gave away $5,000 in the month of December for the number one producer. They giving, I forget it's $100,000. I don't know how much you're giving away in December. I know the number one spot is $5,000 in just 1 month of production. Think about that. That's $60,000 a year. How many people you know don't even make $60,000 a year? And this is a bonus of $5,000 for 1 month. Well, yeah, but you got to be number one. Well, what number was you shooting for? Number 27? We're shooting for number one with Forrest. By the way, it's 100% on the 100% chart. Strong foundation, baby. Woo! You know, here's the best thing about writing that one. It's easiest to do the calculation of what you're going to make. So I make the most. I said, well, that's important, but easy is important also. It's the most and it's the easiest to calculate your production. Okay. What is that? Touching. Okay. Achievement and need for distinction. So people that you can tell sometimes the way they dress. They're like, that one right there wants to be recognized. You can see how they walk in the room. Some of them will ease the back. Some of them fight for the front. We're looking for somebody with a need for achievement, a need for accomplishment. You should develop your need for accomplishment. One of the things I've been working on is my need to be distinctive with integrity, right? So the more I can become successful with integrity, gets me that distinction, gets me recognized. So it gets my mind going where it needs to be going, thinking about the future. Like, it's a trick I play on myself. It's a trick I'm going to play on Mark. It's a trick I play on Dr. Phil. It's the trick of needing distinction, needing completion. Hey, let's go back to, if you want to instill a winning spirit in somebody, talk to them about what they completed. Talk to them about what they did. Hey, I noticed that you're the first one to win Thailand. How about this? You're the only one this week. Only 3 people earned a trip to Thailand this week, and you're one of 3. You completed it. I'm recognizing you. I see you. If you say, Andy, what's one thing all of us 100% can do better? Better recognition. Okay? How you like this for recognition? How'd you like your face on the cover? Tell me who you want to see the face on the cover. Who do you want to see an article about? Let's give them some recognition. You can do it too. We have a private Facebook page. We have a band page. We've got WhatsApps going for extreme managers. We got Para. We got Premium Finance. All kinds of places to put people's picture up for recognition. We started out this show today recognizing people. See this one? Look at here. Recognition of people. What are you doing to pile on? What are you doing to add to this recognition? Hey, what about them books? Y'all liking those books? Anybody got one of those books, the Safe Money books? Yeah, gone, Bo. What do you think about that book, Terry? People need to get their hands on that.
You DM right.
I like it.
That's district manager right.
I read it, man. I like it. I was surprised. Easy read.
Easy read.
Made me want to buy an annuity.
Mm-hmm.
What's your technique for giving that there out, Terry?
So once we find the money, we're going to close the sale that we came there for. So they filled out a final expense lead, and I found some annuity money. They still getting some final expense. I'm not skipping over the final expense to jump straight to the annuity. But then I'm going to leave them this book. I'm a BAM fam. So I'm saying, look at here. You told me about that old 401k from Georgia Pacific. You know, the market's been on a run up the last 9 years. This is a historic run up. So if it's going to be a historic run up, what do you think it's going to be on the other side of it? Probably a historic downturn. Well, look at here. That's a little bit above my pay grade, but I'm going to leave you this book here. And I want you to read over it. And I want to introduce you to a buddy of mine. His name is Chris Norris. Chris Norris, what he can do is a stress test for you. What is a stress test? You ever been to the doctor and they put you on that treadmill and put all them stickers on you and cranked it up real fast? Well, that's what we're going to do to your portfolio. We're going to dump it in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to say, if another 2008 happens, how much money can you stand to lose? And then we're going to show you this information and put you in the driver's seat of your financial future. So I'm going to leave this book here with you, and I'm going to come back next week the same time, and I'm going to get my buddy Chris Norris to talk with you about what you got going on. Does that sound fair? Yep, sounds fair.
Simple stuff. It's a tool. It's a tool. My daddy would try to do carpenter work. He'd be like, I got to show you this tool. Got a new tool that did a new trick. This is a trick for moving money. Also, you see how he edified and talked about Chris Norris. Oh, by the way, got a real good text from, who's this from? I think it's the Alaras. James Alara. He moved a bunch of money. Look, here's the way it works. Some people believe in annuities. Some people believe in stock. Some people believe a little bit of stock, a little bit of annuity. So getting people to understand that concept. Well, James and Laura and Chris have a really close working relationship. By the way, anybody who's a producer can get a great relationship with Chris Norris. What they're doing, they're moving the money into the stock market through BAM, Alliance Capital Management. And then as the client gets to know us, trusts us, then you can move it into annuity. It's not always, Chris is not always going to move half of it into annuities and half of it into investment. Sometimes he'll move it all into investment, and then you'll gradually pull it out. What about if he grows at 6%, grows at 9%? Hey, let's take some and put it in a safe place. Here's the crazy thing. He just got a text from this guy. I don't know if y'all heard this, but here's what he says. Wow. Here's a copy of the text he sent to me. The guy says, wow. I had no idea you guys was able to give us a referral fee for securities, and we ain't got a security brokership. You get $10, it'd be nice, but it's more than that. So he says, this guy was like, wow, I had no idea. And so I wish somebody had told him, okay? I'm trying to get the word out. That's why I say I wish each of you would take what I'm saying and catapult it out. Make sure you're talking about all these stuff. But what's so crazy is he's going to get a fee for bringing it in, and then he's going to get a fee when we move some out. We call that making money coming and going. Make sense? It don't make sense to me. That's why I got an insurance. I was like, y'all got to be kidding me. Take a man $100,000, move it into a bank account, tell him he's got $110,000, and give me $6,000 or give me $5,000, give me $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
Sign me up. Give me one of them insurance license things. Woo, God. Okay. Got one other big topic along the lines of ambition. So ambition is that wanting to do something, wanting recognition. And here's the crazy thing. Some people want ambition till they get to a certain point, 280,000, 280,000, 400,000. Then they got no ambition, no sense of accomplishment, no sense of recognition. Like, leave me alone, got my head down. That's called lost their ambition. Make sense? So when I talk to somebody, if they're already doing good, I'm wondering, do they still have a sense of distinction, a sense of completion? Are they still interested in more, or are they satisfied where they are? Same thing when I'm talking to agents. So the interview process continues, Mathis, over time, from the beginning to forever. I'm looking for this sense of distinction. The next step up, getting toward winning spirit, is enthusiasm. And this is that sweet and sour. It's willingness and eagerness. You want them, like when people say, like, I want to get rich, what you could say is, what are you willing to do? Are you willing to travel? Are you willing to miss mama a little bit? Are you willing to get away from hubby a little bit? Are you willing to travel America? Will you get on a jet? Will you get in a car? Will you get on a train? Will you drive alone? What are you willing to do? A lot of times when people broke, they are willing to do anything. But as they start moving up the tree of success, if they start moving up the tax bracket, they start moving up the income charts, a lot of times their willingness to do goes away. And if not willing to go, willing to travel, willing to invest, if they're not willing and eager, how about that? Willing and eager to travel. If you're having a beat on them and prod them, hey man, I know you got a guy started over there in Tennessee. You went to see him yet? Well, I've been thinking about it. I'm trying to get him to do some production. Now, you introduced me to the guy. Like, I spent 15 minutes with him. You know the guy wrote 3 apps. You know the guy's got 4 people coming to his meetings. You got 4 people on Zoom. You think about going to it. Yeah. Are you willing and are you eager to make a move? So when I'm talking to people and they're talking about signing up in class, if they're willing and eager, willing, what is willing without eagerness? Sitting still. I had 3 birds sitting on a limb. They was willing to fly. How many birds I have sitting on a limb? 3. They were all willing. They just wasn't all that eager. Kind of like me and dying. I'm excited about dying. I just don't want to do it today. People excited about getting rich. I was talking to one of my guys, nicest dude in the world. I said, bro, your reflection of what you're doing to get rich is terrible. And I said, I love you more than anything. Let me tell you something. How about this one? Man ain't went nowhere. Please don't be offended if it's you, because I know it's you. Ain't willing to go nowhere. Well, wait a minute. He's willing to travel. He's willing to recruit, go everywhere. Not eager to do it. His grandma called him and said, look, I ain't seen you this year. Come see me. So he takes 4 days out to go see grandma. Like, did y'all not? COVID was still going? COVID's still out there. When's the last time you went and drove depth? When's the last time you went and did a house meet? Well, you know, the COVID's going on. Well, what about your grandma? You went to see grandma? Someone said, I didn't go see my grandma. Well, did you go to dinner? Did you wear your mask from the time you entered the store until the time you sat down? And then when that waitress with the rubber gloves on, let me tell y'all something. If you're wearing rubber gloves and every fork has the same rubber gloves on, the rubber gloves is not helping you. It's helping them. It's not keeping you safe. If they take off a different rubber glove every person they serve, that's different. But if they're using the same stupid rubber glove over and over again, that is not helping you. I'm trying to tell you two different things. People scared of COVID. People won't work their business. Does that make sense? People go see grandma. People go to a restaurant. People let an air conditioning guy come in the house. Let a heating and cooling guy come in the house. Let an electrician come in the house. Won't go somewhere to build a business. That makes sense? Willingness and eagerness. Now, let me give you a contradiction on willingness. Y'all ever heard of a movie called Pursuit of Happiness? Will Smith is what I think about that, but that ain't the guy's name. His name is Chris Gardner. That's the name. Chris Gardner, y'all are reading Chris Gardner's book. This joker was willing and eager to get rich. Now he got a money green Rolls Royce. Money green convertible Rolls Royce. Michael, I'm telling you read any of his books?
Yes, sir.
You read that part where he was willing to be abused, willing to be put down, willing to listen stuff that he shouldn't have to listen to, but he eagerly listened so he could make some sales. You remember that?
I remember that. Yes, sir.
There's a lesson in there about willingness. How about this? Hey, I'll be your huckleberry. Hey, I'll be your scapegoat. Ain't nothing like, that's it right there. That's the book. That's the guy, Chris Gardner, that Terry's holding up. Guy was willing to put up with some guy from a different state with a different attitude and willing to be abused and willing to take it so that he could get it. Willing to stay awake. Willing to be screamed at. See, most people, here's what they want. They don't want to be coached. Why? Coaching often requires telling you to do something you're not already doing, and you need to be willing and eager to accept it. And I've heard this before. Well, I know everything. I go, yeah, I've heard you. I know you know everything. I talked to you a few minutes. I can tell you know everything. I think the phrase is, you think you know everything. Well, I know as much as you know. Well, whatever. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. I know this. I need reminders. Kelly Haney, what's this making you think of in your life? Willingness, distinction, willing to, eager. What do you think?
These two coins have not left my side. I got this one, and I've fought for it to get my 10 recruits and our t-shirt. Never thought I would fight so hard for a coin. And then this one, you gave me in Austin. And I ordered the new coins, and I'm going to do group competition because I feel like they're going to fight for that new coin. And in my life, This is what I've focused on. Everything I focused on this year is what is it that I want? Where I want the team to go? How do I want to get there? You know, working with Tyler and his team, driving depth in that leg, which is under Jeff, driving more depth underneath Caleb, getting Caleb moving. I don't know if you remember Cowboy Chris Gordon. He just called me. He wants to come back. He's fired up. He just submitted 3 apps last night and hired 4 new people literally overnight. So we're driving depth under that leg. It's just everything I have focused on all year has been these, sir. So thank you. Thank you for doing this. And thank you for coming out with a new one, because I think we're going to be, my team's going to be fired up, because some of them have never gotten this one, and you can't get this one anymore. And this one, I don't know if you even have any more left, and we can't get this one. So now we've got another one, and I'm ready to take over, sir. 2021 is going to be the best year you've seen the Haney Group ever do.
You know, everybody's got an ego, right? When I found some of these books, somebody done read them and put them up for sale, I was fired up out of my mind. They didn't burn them. They didn't throw them in a trash can. They said, you're going to have to give me $8 if you want this book. I thought to myself, you done put together $8 worth of information out of the clear blue. You probably don't know where I'm going. Man, if somebody hates me and don't believe in this more, I sure wish they'd put that thing up on eBay, because I can't find none. Like, I would probably buy them myself. I love this coin. You know, I was like, I wish they'd put them up for sale. I hope they don't just throw them away, because they could get $8 for them dadgum things. Maybe 25, maybe 30. Matter of fact, I had one of my leaders said, I got a few extra. I said, by God, how many do you got? Because I'm gonna buy them. I'm gonna buy them and resell them. You know, that's what we do, right? We're gonna buy and resell. It's like an insurance. I buy that insurance and resell it. What I like about the 2021 is it's got partner on it, and I had some of y'all seen the design. I'm putting it out there to the leadership first, and letting y'all stock it. Think of the contest we're gonna have with the 2021, and it's the 3rd one in a row, and the design is stupid awesome. I'm fired up about it. It's the most jam-packed information. Anyway, willingness and eagerness is measured when you're dealing with people. Jake, you're doing some interviewing. Somebody told me it's an 80-20 rule. I think it's a 97.3% rule. I went along with him with the Pareto parameters and all that stuff. I was thinking, all right. But talk to me about what you're hearing. Willingness and eagerness, need for distinction, need for completion, how people are when you listen to them and you sense that about them. What's this making you think about doing those? You're back to doing some serious interviewing, right?
Yes, sir. So, I think somebody said it on the Wednesday call, sifting through, trying to get a lot more people through your hands, sifting through the sand. And I think looking for what somebody already has and seeing that eagerness. And it's not something that I was really looking for before, but that's been a change in my thinking is, let's find somebody who has that spark, that inner drive, and is willing to do right out the gate. So, and I know for myself, I need to be willing and eager to, learn how to teach in parables, learn how to be excited, learn how to, get people to move. And so I think that's how it applies to me as well.
You give me a little. Jake. Jake. Give me a little Jake. Let me see it. You got to get up here where I can see it. So you face up here. Get up here, Jake. Yeah, baby. Woo! If y'all think I come out of Laverne, Albright, clapping like this right here, y'all done lost your mind. The only thing clapping was that doctor tagging my rear end. K-yow! K-yow! But when I watch wrestling, and when I watch successful people, when I saw the New York Stock Exchange, the guy that's standing out there in the corner making money on the New York Stock Exchange, y'all remember him? No, you don't remember him because they ain't one in on New York. They ain't there, give me money, give me my money, give me my money, give me. They're fighting for it, fighting for that order, fighting for that sale. When I saw the people that were winning and they had that energy, I started practicing. I'd be like, I'm watching for people that have picked up on this already in their life. Like, I'm just trying to sense it. I'm looking around. Hey, Mathis, you've been finding some people that bring that energy. I'm thinking of 2 or 3 of them right off the bat, but tell me just some give this crowd that's watching here, tell them some of the names and the energy that we see that they're bringing and need for achievement. Some of them people would love to have their name called. I'm going to tell you what.
Yeah, that's true. Andy, thanks for having us on the call. We've got Anna and G. We met them. They're 3 in depth, and oh my God, we were out with them last night. It was date night. They said they had a date night, so let's get together. We went to this awesome. They're just fired up, man. Just being around them gives me energy. It's crazy. And we, just hanging out with a Terry Edwards is the same way. I love watch. Terry brings the excitement and energy every single time. I'm trying to learn from that kid, but Anna and Glauco are rocking it out. She submitted, I don't know, she paid 19,000, I don't know, 20, 15,000 last month. She's super excited. He's super excited. He's helping her in the business. We've got Nathan Humphreys and Larry Reed, Chris Belperch in Tampa area. They've met you. They're fired up. Larry's got a big Medicare business he's doing. He's getting ready to rock that with us come January. They're just moving.
Jason, we have this other guy, Andy. His name is Angel. He's in Tampa too. He has 2 or 3 new guys. He's fired up. He's so excited. And one thing, Andy, that I want to say, I'm fired up. I'm so excited. 2021 is going to be crazy. And the most important thing is to see my husband so excited. And his big ego that I always say, Jason, put your ego into behind. Okay, let's get rich. So now I see Jason so excited, so fired up. I don't care. If he stay a week somewhere, I don't give no problem. He can go anywhere. He can travel, meet people. He's not going to have problem with me. So I love that. I'm so proud of my husband. He's making a lot of changes, more grateful about what we have with you, more grateful with the Alliance. And having these new people so fired up, finding new people is great. Yesterday, we found a brand new guy. His name is Angel too. And I'm fired up about him. So it's another Angel. So we find it. And the good thing is that Jason find the people and immediately I start to help them with, so we doing a great team together.
But most people looking for one angel. Y'all done found 2 angels in the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
You gotta love that. Hey, all these people around Florida. Noel, would you kind of read out the details? Y'all got a big boot camp coming up. You got number 4 in the country, number 12 in the country, number 17 in the country. You got all kinds of producers. Have you got that information handy and what time you're going to have it and where it is, address?
Yep. Let me pull it up here.
While you're looking for it, anybody that's interested in Medicare in the Florida area, I'm having Chris Norris is going to be here, Robbie Kraft, Ivy Wilson is coming in from Alabama, Gina Hawks is going to be here, and I think Chris Hill at December 14th. That's a Monday at 1 p.m. We're going to pull together on Treasure Island. That's part of St. Petersburg. I don't think it's a fly-in type deal, but if somebody's 2 or 3 hours away and they want to hear, we've got a extremely creative, extremely aggressive, most lucrative compensation areas in the industry in Medicare. And we're going to talk about all the carriers, our quoting platform. The whole thing is going to be laid out. We're going to have abilities to set up in Walmarts, abilities set up in dollar stores. All this is coming, okay? So all this turns into annuity money, IUL money, and life business. Don't get me wrong. The renewals on Medicare is unbelievable the way we've got it set up. I mean, it's just you can set yourself up with $100,000 of renewal income in just a few months. You can get that set up so that money's coming in, 6 figures is coming in every dadgum year. It's kind of crazy talk. So, Noel, that's December 14th, Monday at 1 o'clock. I can get you more details. I'm not going to advertise the snot out of it. I'm not going to blast it the whole world. I'm just putting it out there to those that we can reach out to. Make sure Nate knows. Make sure that Larry knows. There's another guy, something like Angel, that's down here in this area. I need to get him over here. He's part of Diane Lampy's team. So, Noel, what's the details of your meeting you got coming up?
We're having a boot camp on December 9th at the Lakeland office in Florida. It's 2525 Drain, D-R-A-N-E, Field Road, and that's in Lakeland, Florida. We're doing 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and that's Wednesday, December the 9th. We have Gina Hawks is going to be there. Katrina Gustin is number 5 in the country year to date. She's going to be there. Joseph Dukes, number 12 in the country year to date. Junior Korea, number 16 year to date. Jake and Veray Joseph, newbies on the scene, 30, number 30 year to date. Jared Gonzalez is number 40 year to date. Adam Katz will be there. Mike and I will be there. So pizza, we're going to have pizza lunch. We're going to watch the TWC during the pizza and have pizza. And then we're going to finish up our training till 5 p.m. We do need to RSVP. It's on band, but Courtney at jcfinancialnetwork.com, RSVP. But there's plenty of room there. We just need a head count for pizza and all that stuff. But don't worry, plenty of room. It's going to be off the charts, fired up. You gotta get your people there, man. Fly in, drive in, whatever you got to do. Get them there. I tell you what, we're gonna kick it off, Andy.
So we're going to talk about how to get your hands on leads, how to get sales, how to close deals, how to get referrals. Top producers in the country, top recruiters in the country, top builders in the United States of America are going to be there all day in Lakeland. That's just outside of Orlando. That is a fly in, come in the night before. I know Adam Katz is flying in the night before, working with his team and bringing more people there. I know Maxim's driving over. I know Thorman's coming over. It's going to be a crowd there. Jacksonville, you guys are right around the corner. You got brand new people. Courtney, I would put them in that meeting. It's going to be invaluable. So it's posted on Band.
It's posted on Band.
It's posted on Band. It's posted on our private Facebook. I saw it up there. If anybody can get you in touch with Noel, but crazy opportunity. It's just set right up there for you. By the way, I did have another leader said I got a couple of those coins. So if anybody needs them, and I know who to send them to, but if anybody else needs some of those 2020 coins, I love them. Let me know, and I will move them around and make sure they get them in the right hands. But I love this 2021 coin. I mean, I'm focused on it. Let's see, it was something else big. Perry Edwards, y'all are coming down here this week. Fishing.
Andy, we also have a boot camp training we're doing here in Louisville on December the 14th. Is that right, Mike? We're doing it. We're going to be dialing. We have a team dialing. It's a Monday dialing from like 8 a.m. to about 2. And then we're going to be doing a training from like 2 till 9 p.m. We're going to have dinner. Again, we're going to be on fire. All the training you need, baby. Get your people out here to Louisville. If you need the address, I'll send it to you, but I'll post it on Band too.
I think I know I wanted to. By the way, I found a buyer. Everybody, these coins, if you got them, I can't believe it. I was like, what do you? Oh, I'm good. I need a coin. I need a coin. I need a coin. So those you, people want them. People want them. These things are collector items and bad to the bone. They're the biggest tools. Hey, Tia, Did we have a couple songs? Did Lindar send something in on us on the winning spirit?
She did. Give me 1 second.
All right. I love America. People so. By the way, single people have single problems. Married people got married problems. I'm waiting on. There we go.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody's hands go up. And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there up, down, up, down, up, down. 'Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you're going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there. I'm winning, I'm winning. Estoy ganando, estoy ganando. I'm winning and I don't intend on losing again. And I don't intend on losing again.
Thank you, Lindar Cook. Hey, so people are texting in and people are saying, hey, awesome. Let's see. Teddy Roosevelt, listen to this. Have you heard this before? The credit belongs to the person who's actually in the arena, whose face is marred by the dust and the sweat and the blood, who strives valiantly but comes up short. Listen to me. Comes up short again and again. But who knows? There is not effort without error. Because the person who strives to do the deeds will come to know the great enthusiasms and great devotions from spending oneself on a worthy cause. And at their best, know the triumph of high achievement, and at their worst, they fail. At least fail while daring greater, so that their place shall never be with those cold, timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. Mike Hartley, Hutch, Brandon Manley, I love y'all people who think that you're 10 people and that one biggest problem you have out of those 10 is the biggest problem I've ever seen in my life. That just excites me. When you got this guy and you think you've got the greatest guy in your organization, because if you measured all 26 of your people, you got this one guy and you just can't believe how good he is. If you think that I ain't got 10 other legs, you with me? Like it's the concept, dude, of getting beat, lied to, cheated, stabbed in the back, made fun of, put down. Hell yeah. And then get a check. Then go to Thailand and ride an elephant. To buy a Ferrari. To fly in a jet Ferrari shopping. To go to the Carrier Dome and you're the only fans there. It's ups and downs, baby. And until you get some lows, you ain't gonna get no high. And the higher you go, the further is the fall. And this thing's gonna go crazy.
You're making me happy. Tell it.
This thing's gonna be crazy, baby. The victories, the fight, the mud, the grit. The question is, what do you want? I want my buddies to succeed. I think we got a couple people that are like this from becoming partners. I think it's going to happen quick. I see more and more becoming partners. I've been doing this for 20 years. This is the first year that I've ever started talking about being my partner. Buying stock in, listen to me, buying stock in my company. How do you do it? You trade some of your company for the value of the stock. We give you cash and we give you stock. We give you stock for a piece of your company. You can't write a check. Matter of fact, I got an investor guy. Listen to this. How about this one? I love some of my friends. Gardner. Okay, listen to this. Yeah, here we go. 84-foot, 4 stateroom. His family likes barefoot cruising, so he just bought him a yacht. 84-foot yacht. 4 staterooms. I ain't never thought about buying a yacht in my life. I started listening to David, and David was just talking about COVID and investments. Tell me about a good investment, about his yacht. And you know what he said to me? Here's what he said to me, Brandon. He said, you know, these investment opportunities go 2 ways. Because I'm invest. What we do is David finds tiny companies. You know, I'm the entrepreneur school, NC State, right? So he's part of the entrepreneur school. He also has an incubator. He finds companies that are tiny, and he'll call me up and say, look, we put $20,000 in. We get 20% of this company. It's going to be a $50 million company. And so we got several companies that are skyrocketing. And he said they're going to raise more money because of the COVID. And you can buy in at this crazy discount. And he told me how much he's putting in. I said, you want to put some in? I said, yeah. All right, listen to me. He said, it goes 2 ways, Andy. I said, sir, you can't buy into my company. You have to earn into it. I guarantee you he'd write a check today for $1 million. He can't do it. Because this stock, you get in dollar for dollar, we're going to quadruple, quintuple, 10x this dadgum stock in the next 2 years. So if you could get in for $1 million worth of this stock and sell that stuff for $5 million in 2.5, 3 years, woo! If you can't get excited about that, I don't understand. Partnership, baby. The next coin, the 2021 coin coming out, is going to have partnership on it. I love that. Get people focused on that. I've never offered a chance to buy stock. Not with cash, not by trading in business. Woohoo! Not with anything like that. You got to earn it. Dude, I've got 5 people have texted me, so I will coordinate you guys that have the coins, and your team ain't, hey, I'm sorry. I almost said something bad, but other people need those coins, okay? So we're going to get those 2020 coins in the right hands, and then we're going to come out with this 2021. We probably have some of these antiques, kind of like these 2002 Rolexes, right? We're going to have a 2020 contest in 2021 because of 2020 vision. That's what I like about these coins so much. It's got that 2020 vision. People they won't put their mind that it was 2020. They'll be thinking about the 2020 vision. But here's the other thing. This is the one where we went through the COVID. This is the one that we got to experience partnership opportunity in 2020. Hey, 2020 is where we got that 22% raise. 2020 is where we got that 22% raise. I was talking to one guy the other day, his manager ain't even told him about it. He said, I want to change managers. I said, I would too, if my guy wasn't telling me nothing. He said, he's always there for me if I need him, but he don't do no reaching out. I was like, oh my God. That happened in 2020, baby. So the few of these we got, we'll get those out. People get them in the hands. You can sell them, and you can recruit with them. You can use them as hey, look, sense of accomplishment, sense of achievement. Here's your coin. Got that T-shirt, right, Kelly? You know, Napoleon Hill said, not Napoleon Hill, but Napoleon Bonaparte, the war guy. He was a coin guy. He was a T-shirt guy. He was a ribbon guy. He put them on his shoulder. He put them around the neck, baby. Boom, yeah, go to war. People go to war for that. I tricked myself. Listen to me, Hutch. You say, well, he's tricking people. I tricked myself, bro. I messed with my ego. I messed with that chip on my shoulder. A guy asked me yesterday, he said, tell us why you do it, Andy. I said, my mama still thinks my brother's better than me. I don't know how I'm going to prove it. I might have to buy an 84-foot yacht. The things I go through, the things I put myself through to prove to her that I'm as good. Buying a yacht, for example. Why not? Got to do something. Flying around in a jet. Why not? Why not, baby? Chip on my shoulder. What's your chip, Noel? What's your chip, Jake? Mike, what makes you mad? What do you think about that trips your trigger? I'd be interested in that with Mike and Noel. Let's talk. I want to talk different. I want to talk on the show. I want y'all to tell me what makes you mad. Just gets on your nerve. I bet Bell would have something to do with West by God, Virginia. I don't know. Terry, I ain't sure what it'd be. Something might be something about that guy that fixes cars. What's his name?
I got a bulge on my back. I ain't no dadgum chip.
Hey guys, listen. It's Friday, and all we do is win, win, win. Thank you, Lindar. That was awesome. We got more songs coming. Let's get your coins. I'm gonna get to dividing these things up. Make sure I got everything. Love y'all. Peace out.
Love you guys. Bye.
Thank you for being on.
20 vision. That's what we're about. 20/20 vision. We want to seize it so we can seize it. We want to see it so we can grab it. We want to picture it so we can get it. The first thing is to have a vision. And 2020 for us, we expect to be our breakout year. You know how when a team goes along, you're recruiting, you got this mix, you got this defensive coordinator, you get this up, and you're thinking, we finally got the team, the point guard, we got the quarterback we need, we got the coach we need, the fans got their mind right. It's national championship. This is our year. That's what we see for 2020.